Welcome back. You're now tuned into the other side of sports. I'm your host, Laws in the building. It's me, my man Aaron, rocking out. Uh, uh, just so y'all can see, we got it ready for you, dog. Anybody can get the PS5, the PlayStation, controllers, the whole bit. We get to 1,000 subscribers, it's yours. We giving the Jones away, but as long as we stay at where we at, like 100, 200, something, we not budging. Jones is gonna stay in the wrapper in the boxes, chilling. They not empty boxes either. I know some of y'all, yo, them Jones is empty. Ain't nothing inside them. Stop all that. We legit. I think next week we just gonna pull them out the boxes so y'all can see what it is. Uh, we got a lot of stuff on tap today, though. It was a big weekend in football. Who calling me? I don't know that number. It was a big weekend in football. Best football games. This might be the best playoff weekend I've seen in forever. Oh, I don't think it gets better than what we saw this weekend, for real. From a competitive standpoint, from an upset standpoint, Joan was crazy. Joan was crazy. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff today. Before we get into that, we got a question of the day. Question of the day, it comes in from some college kids. So this is one of them. This is one of them doozies, Aaron. It's one of them doozies. Uh, Here we go. All right. It says, I've known this guy since my freshman year of college. Let's name him A. We stayed acquaintances for a couple of years, and occasionally he would ask to hook up, but I was always in a relationship or seeing someone. Finally, at some point, I was completely single and I had a crush on him since we met. So I went for it. Come junior year, we began hooking up with each other on and off all the time. When we were hooking up, though, he occasionally asked me for homework help, to do it together, which he paid me for, and would ask me if I was hungry and wanted food. It was weird that he asked me for help because as a college athlete, he had access to free tutors. During that time, he knew for a few months that I had feelings for him, but he just wanted to keep hooking up. I then told him I needed time to figure out what I really wanted. He would check up occasionally and see how I felt and if I wanted to keep hooking up. During the break, I met a new guy who is now my boyfriend. When me and the new guy were occasionally seeing each other, A had text me occasionally asking to see me. I told him about my new boyfriend and he kept asking me one last time. When I told him no, he asked to be friends. I hesitated out of respect for my boyfriend, even though we were not official at the point. My roommate had told me that after me and A had stopped talking, she saw him out of the bar with girls all over him. So I know he can move on to someone else. Yet he hasn't because he periodically texts me asking how I am and asking me to hang out. I'm not sure if it's an ego thing, if he wants to be actual friends, or if he has feelings that he won't admit to. Over the winter break, A texts me saying that he wishes me well and that he hopes I'm doing okay. I reciprocated. He then asked when we would be able to hang out as friends. This is when I told him I have a boyfriend now, also stating that I would like to just be friends only if it's strictly platonic. I also said that I would want to let my boyfriend know so I can see how he feels first. He then said that he understands and doesn't want to make my boyfriend uncomfortable. So whatever he decides, he's fine with. I'm confused why he would be okay with being just each other's hookup until now, where he claims that he wants to be friends. Part of me felt like he isn't used to being rejected and is trying to get me back, but I don't know. What should I do? No, I just pray and hope my daughter doesn't grow up thinking like this though. This what happened when you get a Muyaya up and the Bama don't get a BDR because now you worried about this Bama whole life and everything he doing, and all he wants you for is the Muyaya. Aaron, is that true or false?
No, what you said is 100% true. in her eyes, having a boyfriend or telling Alabama she has a boyfriend is rejection. And what reality is this youngin living in? This Bama don't feel rejected at all, but he got you on the shelf and he feel like he could pull you off whenever he want. Boyfriend, no boyfriend.
And
He
clearly he
know
can. Cause she
right.
talking about I want to be friends. She keep telling me as boyfriend, but she confused about like it's like she's trying to like put the puzzle pieces together to be with the Bama. She's made up this narrative in her head that he secretly wants to be with her when that's not the case. Because when
That's
Bama's
not
want to
even
be
an
with you,
option on the
they'll
table.
be with you. He got you on a rope. If he want to be with you, he'll be with you. He don't want to be with
And
you.
he know all he gotta do is be around her one time. And he know the stars gonna start circling around her brain again every single time. So that's why he like, yeah, we just be friends. We just go out and eat. Cause as soon as he get around her, it's like pressing the reset button.
Dog, and then tell him with the boyfriend, cause she confused. Well, why would he want to be your friends with my boyfriend? Like, dog, he don't want to be with. First of all, he know you're not going to tell your boyfriend, and if you do, most likely you with a gup type Bama who get be insecure, going to act all funny, like don't go around him, like don't talk to him, blah blah, and then he gonna get you on the back end. Is it?
What she wanted is when she said she had a boyfriend, she wanted him to break down on his knees and say he really had feelings for her and all this other kind of stuff. When he was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. Just go ahead and tell him, and whatever he say, I'm cool with. You know what I mean? Whatever's best for you." You know, though her brain was like, "What?" Because it's not how it played out in her head when she was planning with her best friend to tell her, "I got a boyfriend now, so I don't know." Because she didn't respond right away. She said she screenshotted the text, sent it to her group chat. You know how the drill go, dog. And they came up with this plan. Tell
No.
him you got a boyfriend. Yeah, da, 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 da. And the Jane went super left in a way they did not describe it going. And now it's confusion. So she writing the show. You shouldn't even respond if you got a boyfriend. If dude piped you and you really like the dude that you with, you would have looked at that text and be like, here we go with this, and ignored the joke.
There you go. There you go. But the Bama found an angle, dog. It's like anything. You gonna find you playing against a 2-3 cover zone. You be like, yeah, they leave the seam open every time. You just gonna go right here, hit this corner route, and then we money. Like, dog, he
That's why you
knew.
never give out a BDR. As long as you don't get a BDR, you always got a chance, dog. It could be 4th and 30. You got a chance. You got a chance. And don't let this
Oh,
situation not work out.
dog, she already on the fringes. You know, soon as the Bama mess up, do something, they get in an argument. Who you gonna call?
The
Ghostbusters,
Ghostbusters.
dog. you already,
No, sir.
you already know. Every time, dog. Yeah, bro. Yeah, don't write the show with this foolishness, dog. This like, I'm sorry, like I'm trying to be nice, but this is fool. Like you're in the vortex. Your mind is scrambled eggs right now, and he know it. And this is the jump. Like when teams playing one team and they just got a game plan that just off break, dog. They just come out the team, usually a passing team, and then they just run the ball like 40 times, and the Bama's not prepared for it. They're like, yeah, the Bama keep running, like just gashing the defense for like 6 and 7 yards a pop. Like, dog, her brain not ready fit for the what what main man running out here. Just it's not there. It's not there. Advice, you gotta. I mean, it's really hard to give advice now because she already kind of made up her
Don't
mind. She
care.
want to be in.
That's the
Yeah,
only advice. Don't care.
she want
Stop
to be in the
thinking
voice.
and questioning. Yeah.
Yeah. To our listeners who are asking, what is BDR standpoint for? What
No,
you
no,
want to tell
no.
them?
Now we can't tell them. You either know or you don't.
You gotta figure it out, dog. You gotta use your context clues and,
If you if
and
you
just
if you hit us and get it right, we'll say you got it right, but we ain't gonna tell you what it is.
Yo, all right, on the scrambled eggs, dog. Which I don't think he got scrambled. Dog, check this out.
Prior to the game on January 2nd, the game against the New York Jets at the Meadowlands, were you given shots of Toradol?
Absolutely. Right before the game, I was given Toradol.
We actually have, Bryant, in the medical records that we've reviewed, evidence that the team regularly injected Antonio with Toradol, so he couldn't feel the damage that he was doing to his ankle until it got to that threshold point where he told his coach, "Coach, I can't play because of my ankle." And the coach's response to that was, "Get the F off the field."
Arians claims that at halftime then you were upset about not getting more balls thrown your way. True or false? Is he lying?
False. It's not worrying about the ball. Tom Brady is my guy. He the reason I'm on Tampa Bay, so I know I'm going to get the ball.
Antonio, I saw where you seem to resent the feelings of so many former coaches and teammates that you were in need of mental assistance. Does that bother you?
Mental assistance from who?
Professional assistance.
Yeah, these guys at Tampa Bay Bucks try to make an agreement with me to give me $200,000 to go to the crazy house so these guys could look like they know what they're talking about. These guys aren't professional.
Wait.
They treated me
They
wrong.
offered you $200,000 for
them.
what?
The offer was Antonio would basically sit on the sidelines, go on some list, and commit himself to some form of intensive mental health treatment. And we were specifically told in writing by the general manager twice, "Don't spin this any other way."
Antonio, do you think you need mental help of any kind?
I have mental wealth, man. I know a lot of people may not understand me.
AB.
Tried
Yo,
to tell y'all the
he
Bama
fighting
know
the
exactly what he's
monster.
doing.
He's fighting the monster, dog. Dog, he fighting the monster. First of all, so one little thing, because I listened very carefully. They said that they were injecting him constantly with the Toradol, which is basically like pain medication to help you play through injuries and stuff. What did he have consent? Did he give consent to do that? Because the way they spin it is like they did it without my knowledge, which is a crime.
No, he had consent. When they giving you them injections, you know what it is. He been in the league long enough where he know. It's just like Bama's when they used to get like cortisone shots and stuff like that. He knows what he's getting. But what he's saying is they can't play ignorance when they say they don't know I was hurt or that I wasn't hurt because they're giving me these shots, which is supposed to numb the pain so you can play. So if you've been giving me these shots all the way along, then you get to this point where all of a sudden the pain is too much to where the shots aren't numbing enough for me to go out there. And you tell me get the F off the field. You can't turn around and say, "Oh, he wasn't hurt. It was something else. Oh, he wanted more balls." Because you know the narrative. It's so funny.
He said, Brady, my guy. That's why I'm on the team. He gonna give me the ball. That's
right.
facts.
And everybody wanted to argue with us. We said it before we saw any interview, heard anything. Right out the gate, what happened? No, he's crazy. He got good sense.
He got good sense.
He got good sense. He just ignorant, dog. It's different.
He ignorant, dog. And the Bama set up here, and this is the thing. This is damaging. This is damaging to the league. This is damaging to the
Bucks. Because they have to answer the questions.
They got to, and the fact that they out the playoffs now, so this is going to take precedence. This is going to the top of the food chain. While the Bama's is playing football, you could try like, we got to focus on the football game. Nah, now we ain't got nothing else to focus on, bro.
And Brady not committed to coming back, so he may be inclined to tell the truth. And so it's like, dog, this might be it for Arians. He might be walking off into the sunset with everybody else.
Dog, Young, the fact that they try to, dog, the owner, they got signed documentation. The owner tried to give him $200K to go into a mental hospital or take classes or be on some list, whatever. Though he got a good lawyer too. Because you already heard what the lawyer said. He was like, I mean, maybe I didn't put that in the clip, but the lawyer was like, you saying that he has mental health issues is actually like an insult to people who have true mental health issues in the community. The fact that y'all try to bribe this man, that's a strong case. What's going to happen, dog?
Probably a settlement. Either they're going to have to cash out or Arians, something's going to happen with Arians, some type of discipline.
Dog, Aaron's been off his rocker, dog. He been shoving Bammers in the head, doing all types of funny things.
He felt that's the invincibility cloak, dog.
Yeah, Germ says, I'm leaning towards AB's claim of team trying to pay him for mental health treatment, especially since the lower is standing on it too. Yeah. It's no doubt in my mind these Bama's try to give them the bread. They always give you the hush hush bread. It's part of it's the go-to move, dog. When we talk about like social justice issues, all these type of stuff, just like when a cop get killed, like get hemmed up for killing a black person, what's the first self-defense? You already like it's a playbook for this type of stuff. Yeah, and a lawyer not gonna risk. Yeah, you're right, Jerm. A lawyer not gonna risk his standing to support some false claims. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you got
It's enough
Tony
receipts to go
Angelo
around,
off of Martin, when he said, remember the Tony Angelo on that Martin episode when the man was like, I represent you. He was like, he went up to Martin, was like, your ears, bro. He's like, he said, what happened to your ears? Was that in an accident? He's like, oh, you got joke. Then he saw Jenny was like, massive, note to self, massive head swelling. Yo, mine never gets old, bro. That joke never gets old. But yeah, what they gonna do?
The thing that it seems like they weren't prepared for is AB been through this 2 or 3 times already. So he knows the route that they're going to take when they do that destroy completely campaign to try to like save face at the end and make him look like the nut job or the crazy person. So he know all the receipts to keep, all that kind of stuff,
First of all,
screenshot.
he put the screenshots of the text message, which is gold, because when it comes down to he say, she say mission, it's not what you say, it's what you can prove. And the NFL and a lot of these prominent teams, coaches, whatever, executives, like they know that they can always spin the narrative their way because they have access to the media. Like they have direct access to the media in a way in which like it's a tool, like it's power essentially. But AB is showing that it's 2022, dog. And you can create a narrative just like they can create a narrative. And you can actually build your narrative bigger than they can build their narrative, like where it's like on an equal playing field. Because Bryant Gumbel, say what you want, HBO real-time sports, that's a big deal, dog.
And he looked like he knows what questions to ask. Unlike these idiots over here. Like when he said ho ho ho, you know what I mean? Like he knows exactly where to go after Antonio saying like certain stuff. So the J probably gonna be like that. If that's what they release, I can't imagine what else they got left.
Dog, that's what I'm saying. The fact that he was up there, because I felt like the lawyer was trying to hold some of the bullets in the chamber, and Antonio was like, "Dog, tell him,
Tell him,
dog, tell him how they try to pay me the 2K, 200K. They just go along with their story, dog." He was like, "These dudes is unprofessional." I don't think they're gonna win this. And no, on the low, AB quietly been on a campaign trail, dog, with his story.
he has.
He went on that I Am Athlete. He went on these prominent podcasts where he tell a story. Now he on HBO Sports. That's a reputable. They ain't no little mom and pop shop, no backdoor podcast type junk. That's a reputable sports investigative outlet. He not playing. Antonio, he gonna get the bread, dog. He probably saying, "I want," because you know what's next, right? That call,
The money that he would have got in the incentives, they got to cash him out.
he want a couple more million on top of that though.
They ain't gonna give it to him because of his reputation, but he could get a settlement. He might get half. He might get half. Better than nothing. And a W. And a W on the internet. Because if you make them settle,
oh yeah, that's a win. But they're gonna have you a non-disclosure agreement where you can't say nothing about it, whatever. Like they try to do Reggie Bush, try to give him the Joan the hush, like let's pay and just nah, buddy, nah.
you can say you won. I don't want to tell them how much I got anyway.
Yeah,
I just want you to know I was right.
That's a fact. Dog, AB made a statement about him playing with Lamar Jackson. Lamar is for it. Can he do it?
I think.
Can he come? Can he come back after this though? Because y'all
thought he wasn't gonna come back last time.
You know the NFL is a fraternity, dog. You know they be protecting their own, and the whole like I just don't see them like
If any
because
coach could do
you
it,
know it's
Harbaugh could.
executives, Harbaugh could do it. That's a fact. But they having conversations and like, can we do it? And it's one guy, in there. He is one guy in there, and he like, we can't, it's no way we can. This guy is crazy. He lost his mind. Look at him. You want him to do that to you at the first sign of anything? I'm gonna say, look, I told you so. Like, let's not. You already know it's one angry Batman there trying to.
But he's a no talent loser. They didn't make the play. They didn't make the playoffs this year. They don't know how to pick wide receivers. So if Lamar want AB, Lamar, go talk to the owner directly. Go talk to the GM directly. Say, hey, this is my guy, his cousin on the team. You know what I mean? Like it could work. And you're not giving him a 10-year deal. You give him a 1-year deal. And every time he shows up, he performs. Period.
Every time he step on that field. Yeah. AB Lamar. Yeah. I might have to keep him in the league one more year. Dope. In other sports news, Anthony Davis comes back tonight for the Lakers. Lakers been struggling. LeBron James basically been carrying the team on his back. The Bama the other night, he had like 28 points, and then it was like dwindling time in the game, and the Bama just drove to the hole. Nobody really was playing defense, and he just like scored 30, right? And so everybody's got this narrative that LeBron is Pat Statton right now. He had this to say in his press conference.
The spirit of the question I asked him was, if not that you can't handle it, but if it's ideal for you to be needing to score 30 points a night or 35, to be in some of these games.
Well, that's just how the games have been going. I don't need to score 30 a night, but I'm in one of the best zones offensively I've been in my career, and I don't plan on stopping it. That's just how I feel. I feel fantastic. Shooting the ball extremely well from the field. I didn't shoot the 3-ball well tonight, but all 8 of them felt great. Shooting efficient from the free throw line. I'm shooting efficient from the field. Very efficient at the rim. So I don't go into the game saying, oh, you got to score 30 or you guys don't have a chance to win. I just play the game, and the scoring has just been happening organically. So workload, I don't know. I was 18 years old saving a franchise, so I don't understand.
That's his way of saying, watch your mouth.
Is LeBron swelling a little bit, though? He trying to get his numbers, though. He acting like he just go out there and just play the game on and thinking about scoring 30 and stuff like that. Dog, he know them all-time lists. Right now, it seems like he's stat padding right now. I mean, it could be true that he's in the zone and this is the best, as far as like his rhythm and scoring, like he been in the zone for a minute. All that could be true. But let's not act like, dog, you ain't at a point where you ain't factoring the numbers at all. Like, where it's the furthest from your mind.
I'm going to tell you a secret. All the GOATs stat pad. All the greats, all the dogs stat pad. They number watch. At halftime, they're looking at the box score. I need this many. All of the Bammers that's really getting it on the court is trying to get the buckets. They'll take the buckets over W's more often than not. The best scorers in the league all want to get buckets, though.
That's a fact. I think
Jordan was definitely trying to get his buckets.
Jordan was getting buckets, dog. He was getting buckets.
Kobe was trying to get his buckets. AI was trying to get all of the best scoring Bammers was trying to get the only Bama who I will say like literally scores effortlessly and you can't necessarily see him chasing the points is KD. Outside of that, all of the best scorers in the league are trying to get buckets.
Trying to get buckets, though. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. Like LeBron had, I mean, that last part was definitely like to be like, stay in your place, or I can have you out of here. It was one of them type of responses,
Right? Yeah, yeah.
but at the
Watch your mouth.
same time, yeah, but at the same time, it's like, come on, LeBron, like you don't gotta swell to us, dog. Half of this is your fault. The Lakers being some bona fide garbage and trash, it's half of it's your fault because you lobby for all these Bammers on here, dog. You got all these sorry Bammers contracts, and you assemble this team essentially because you running out of time, which I understand, but don't be frustrated at the outcome when you are responsible, dog. And I and the joke get on my nerves because I was watching TNT the other night and Charles Barkley was trying to blame the organization and stuff like dog. Let's keep it all the way 100. Yes, organization is at fault for letting LeBron call the shots.
Over who? Who else gonna call the shots? This is what you
No,
get
I
when you
mean,
sign up for LeBron. Everybody's not the same, dog. This Bama is super elite, GOAT,
yeah,
top
that
3
Batman is at
players all
least
time.
he's still high rise and everything, dog. That Batman playing
Yeah,
like he's 28.
he not coming with no say so.
Yeah, you're right.
It's part of the
But
deal when you sign up to
but
get
that
LeBron. You forgot what
but
the Lakers looked like before he got there, including the end of Kobe's career. Niggas was trash, dog.
they was trash, but they let go some pieces though. Kuzma looking
He
like
got
a
y'all a
ball.
bubble chip. Be happy.
Yeah,
He
that's a
got y'all a
fact.
bubble chip. Be happy.
Yeah, that's a fact. Definitely got to give my man props for the bubble chip. Y'all wasn't as
And
close as y'all
and
would.
Bama's act like the Lakers that sorry they don't want to see him. I was talking with the Bama for the season tickets, right? And he tried to sell me on, oh, you go to a couple games this year, even try to give me a little free drink, right? And so like he was talking about what the courtside tickets cost. Them joints is 5 times more for the Lakers game than they are for the regular games.
So he's still a draw.
5 times more. 2 tickets, 10 grand. With the sorry Westbrook Lakers, 2 tickets, 10 grand.
Woo! Courtside Jones.
Facts.
You can spill your drink on the floor. They got to stop the game. They got to call timeout. Hey, clean that up, dog. Clean that up. Nachos on the floor. Come on. On to some football. This weekend, you had upsets. San Francisco 49ers beat Aaron Rodgers, dog. Dog, what is wrong with AR, dog? Is he finished? Is this him acting out like I don't want to play with y'all no more? What is this?
He'll be somewhere else next year.
Will he be in burgundy and gold?
Nah, because y'all got a dinosaur head coach and he don't want none of that. He don't want to come play for the Admirals or the Commanders. Nah. What Rick keep calling them, the Belters. I mean, they got punched in the mouth. Like they lost to their own home field advantage.
Dog, did they just think they were just gonna wash the San Francisco 49ers? Is that it?
I mean, I don't know that they thought that because I think it's obvious that the 49ers are a more physical team. I'm sure they thought they would be able to put up more than 13 points.
Oh, you hold the Green Bay Packers to 13 points. Dog, what's up with Devontae? Like, is that the only receiver they got on the team, bro?
It seemed like everybody else on the squad does numbers during the regular season. I don't see why all of a sudden they become useless in the playoffs. Or is it Aaron Rodgers?
It seemed like Devontae the only.
Do-rag
You already, dog. When you cook, you already know
Look at this
what kind of
dog.
you already know what kind of guy he is, dog. You already know. You already know, huh?
You see him? Oh, you missed
You
it.
already know. Yeah, I see him. But is that what happens, young? When you just he done with he done
It just
with
doesn't work there. It doesn't work there.
Mhm. So what's the next destination? What's the next?
Denver, New Orleans. Well, New Orleans, Sean Payton's out now, so that's probably a
Sean
no go.
Payton is gone.
Um, could could he do? I don't know that he would want to come to like a New York team or the Eagles. The Eagles could work.
Oh, Cincinnati beats the Tennessee Titans in another upset. Joe
Is that an
Burrow
upset?
sacked 9 times.
Is
Yes,
that an
it's an
upset?
upset. Yeah, Tennessee was a higher seed, and I thought was a better team. Come to find out, what's his
Nah,
name
Bob.
is Kerry Collins out here. He just
Dog, why y'all always deviate from the formula, dog? Never deviate from the formula. I don't care what ESPN say. I don't care what the records say. I don't care what the box scores say. If you stick to the formula, you'll be a rich man. Every year, dog. The formula is infallible. It's
what's the
infallible.
what's the formula, Aaron?
You look at the quarterbacks. That's it.
It's that simple.
It's that simple.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Quarterback wise, Tom Brady almost pulled one off, dog.
And he almost got his boot smoked too. It was what,
Yeah.
3-23?
Yeah, they was frying them Bama's, dog. What is Cooper Cup, dog? Can nobody guard this man?
Clearly.
I was shocked. First of all, that the Rams let him come back into the game like that.
They took their foot off the gas. And then you saw once the flukery started happening, Matt Stafford started looking frazzled. Then the rest of the team started looking frazzled.
Dog,
They
what
tried
about
they tried to sell the farm.
what's up with the cornerback for the Rams? They paid all that money to.
Jalen Ramsey.
Ramsey
Getting
looks
bammed on.
suspect, dog. Yeah, what is wrong with him? Fool's
Fraud.
gold.
I think he's good. He's not the super elite cornerback that he has sold everyone into believing. But I think what he has mastered is the Dion marketing plan, the Jay-Z marketing plan to make you believe before there's any evidence to tell you so that I'm the best.
Ah, dog, you called him Bama Sean Springs, dog, the other day.
Sean Springs. He's very good, but he's not super elite. He's not shutting nothing down. And he struggles with the quick twitch guys. Like if you put him on, you know what I mean, like a guy who he can jam, get up in his chest without having to worry about the guy running past him, he'll be fine. And you saw that's how he tried to play Evans on that play, get up in his chest, didn't think he could run past him, and he ran past him. But he's not one of
Yeah.
those super burner guys that can just recover from anything. He doesn't have these super quick feet. He's just a solid, good quarterback. Sean Springs, dog.
Dog, what about these matchups? I mean, we talked about it in length. You can go check out the video. Kansas City Chiefs and Buffalo Bills. I mean, shout out my man Ralph. I know he hurt, dog, because we talked about it several times. Buffalo Bills did all they could do to win the game, dog. They did everything they could do. I
Their
think Sean
offense did everything
McDermott,
they could do.
the offense definitely did everything they can do. What do they need to do? Like, how do they retool?
It's nothing you can do. You should have won the game. So I don't think you could go into the offseason planning to make too many changes. You played so far above your head. I think clearly you want to. They had the number one defense allegedly in the league. So to me, that says schematically in that situation, the coaches failed them because those
You
elite
got the
players
players.
or that. Yeah, you got the players because you were number one. So that tells me in those situations, the coaches weren't calling the right plays.
Yeah. So to add to that, do you think that there's a problem with how the overtime is done? Because a lot of people have been talking about the overtime. Basically, the Kansas City Chiefs won the toss. They drove down the field, scored a touchdown, game is over. And so, as good as Josh Allen played, he didn't have an opportunity to basically try to match the score. And so there's a lot of, of course, this always happens every year after big losses. It happened to the Kansas City Chiefs before, where they was in a big game and their defense basically just gave it up, and Mahomes didn't get to touch
Against
the
Brady.
ball.
Yeah.
So I mean,
The
it
rules
is
are the
what it
rules.
is. Mm.
If it was going to be fair, there wouldn't be kickers on the field at all. Just take kickoffs and field goals out the game. So let's not talk about what should be. You know what I mean? The rules are the rules, and the Bama's lost based on those rules. If they didn't give up a touchdown with a field goal with 13 seconds left, then we wouldn't be having this
There it
conversation.
is.
They had
There
several
it is.
opportunities to win the game with a number one
Yeah.
defense. So I don't want to hear the crying.
Yeah, dog. You gotta stop. You can't let. I don't know
13
how you
seconds.
get.
Even I can see
Well-
it, Harold. You saw me say, dog, this is over. It's no way. And I believe
No.
Patrick Mahomes is the greatest thing to ever touch a football, dog.
No,
but
now
no.
you want to put a halo on that Bama now, because this Bama can't be touched. 13
No, he's still
seconds.
MAGA, so I can't rock with him super hard.
Okay.
but
13 seconds, bro. We saw the Dallas
That's
Cowboys lose the week before with 18
They
seconds
couldn't
on
run one
the
play.
clock. It couldn't run one play. That's crazy. That you talk about
Dak
execution.
Cousins.
Yeah. Now, word on the street is what is his name? Jason Poole, who's the one of the scouting executives for the Kansas City Chiefs, is being looked at for Chicago Bears GM position. Are we going to
I
get a
thought they
look,
hired
though? I don't think it's official yet. I think he's a part of the candidates, and Minnesota's also been rumored to be covered in this guy as well. I mean, he's been with the organization. I think he's been with the Kansas City Chiefs 18 years, working with their scout department and just moving up the ranks, survive, GM regimes, and now
So I'm jumping the gun a little bit
okay.
because it just hit me as you were saying that. Does this mean Eric Bieniemy's finally getting hired?
Eric Bieniemy should have been hired 3 years ago.
Right, but if they pluck in the Kansas City Chiefs scout, is their plan to go ahead and bring Bieniemy with the Bama? Because obviously, if you got the old coordinator, you got Andy Reid, they have the same offensive philosophy and the players they're looking for, the scheme. You know what I'm saying? So to me, does that mean them plucking that Bama over there, say the plan is to try to move forward with Bieniemy?
That's a very plausible assumption that I think could come to fruition. If Chicago was smart, that would be like, I want the 2-for-1 deal. Because you got the connection right there. Could it be? Bieniemy, Justin Fields, in that roster?
You absolutely have to get an offensive coach. Preferably a young offensive mind. So I mean, dog, it makes all the sense in the world.
Byron Leftwich getting his second interview with the Jaguars.
No brainer. Don't mess this up, Jacksonville.
I don't know why they
Don't
didn't pull
mess
the
this up.
trigger yet. They should have had him as the coach so they could start planning and putting together the the draft, getting that in place.
I mean, with him, yeah, but with him still being in the playoffs prior to that ass whooping they took the other day, there's you're gonna do a second round of interviews, probably get
That's
more
a
in
fact.
depth, have his whole focus on the new job versus trying to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I can't
Agree.
imagine having to put an offense together. Because they might. I would believe that in Tampa, that's probably what some of the radio heads probably saying. Leftwich out here interviewing. You know how they do, dog.
Oh, dog. Yeah, you're right. You're right. This weekend, we coming down to it. So, matter of fact, you went 3-1. I think Jeremy and I both went 2-2. So you still in the lead, whatever the points is. You still in the lead. This week we got San Francisco versus the Rams.
Slaughter.
Let me see what this spread is, dog. Let me see.
Hey, you got the clip where we were saying who was going to the Super Bowl before the season even started, or nah?
I can't go back and I gotta dig it though. I gotta dig it up. Yeah, I gotta dig it up. But I'm pretty sure you had the Rams.
As soon as the trade was made, I locked in.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Cincinnati. It looks like they're both on Sunday. So you got Cincinnati at Kansas City. Kansas City's favorite -6.5. And Joe Burrow showed toughness in that game, dog. That Bama showed toughness. 9 sacks. Most quarterbacks just mail it in, dog.
I'm taking Kansas City in a lock to win, but I think Cincinnati will cover that 6.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cincinnati. Actually, nah, I'm gonna go with Kansas City, dog. Kansas City, like I feel like this game versus the Buffalo Bills was a very tough one for them, and they made it look easy. Cincinnati's defense is not like they don't present the same problems that the Buffalo Bills defense presented. And I think that players like Tyreek Hill, even though I know they gave them a run for their money in the regular season, I just see Kansas City running away with this. So I'm going with Kansas City -6.5.
I can't see Cincinnati covering Hill worse than any worse than the Bills did.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But they not the Bills.
I don't know that that's the thing I want to be right now. These guys gave up 30 something.
Yeah, they did. But dog,
they gave up 2 wins. They
dog.
had 13 seconds and the game is over, and they failed.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, but overall, I think they play solid. Dog, everybody's going to give up points against the Kansas City Chiefs, though. There's nobody. I don't care what your
Washington
defense is ranked.
Gave up less points to the Kansas City Chiefs than the Bills did. These Bama's not undefeated.
They're not. But they clicking on all cylinders right now.
Failed them. Oh yeah. They about to get their second ring.
Yeah, they clicking though, all cylinders. What Jeremy going to do? He going with the Chiefs. So we unanimous. Everybody done chose the Chiefs. San Francisco. Oh, you going with Cincy?
To cover the spread, not to win. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got Chiefs. Jeremy got Chiefs. All right. San Francisco at LA Rams. Rams are favorite -4. San Francisco. Is Boy Genius versus Boy Genius 2.0. No, it's the ultimate loser versus the ultimate losing winner. I'm going with the Rams, dog. I just think when you got Aaron Donald on your team, he just make everything different, bro. Everything
He's
just
gonna
different.
Garoppolo.
He's gonna terrorize Garoppolo. I'm going with the Rams -4 to cover the spread and get the W versus San Francisco. It was fun while it lasted, San Fran. Y'all did good. I'm proud of y'all, but this the end of the road, champ. And I know, like last week, I thought it was the end of the road for them. In my mind, it was no way that the Green Bay Packers could lose, and these Bama's lost. But I don't foresee McVay not having his team prepared to play a football game. So I'm going with the Rams. You going with the Rams? Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And Jeremy probably going to take a walk on the wild side and go with the Niners, trying to get some points back at this point. That's all we got, dog. Did I miss something? Anything else happen? in the wide world of sports.
Nothing I see.
Yeah, that might be it, though. That might be it. I mean, we have a video we're gonna drop on the Washington football team. We went back and we looked at their whole demonstration, the whole roster and everything. So we're gonna drop that shortly for y'all. Follow us at OSS 980 at Other Side of Sports. Share the content. Share the show. Shout out to Where's Buffy podcast. Shout out to Kicking It with G-Man. Shout out to Lance J Radio. Shout out to Jenna Garcia, my man Dan. I'm trying to get Ben and Those Best on here with us. Give us the hockey breakdown because we don't watch hockey, dog. I'm ready for the cold to be over, bro. I'm trying to put my golf club back. I'm trying to get back out there on the links. But follow us, share the show, and we out.